we got a full team here today. Callie's ready to go to work. Well, now it's time for sanding. I'll film a little bit of this sanding that we're going to be doing, but I've got about 4 hours of sanding ahead of me, and I don't want to bore you with a lot of video of sanding, but so I'll just shoot a couple minutes. Basically, you've seen some, but I'm starting with the tall jams here for the pantry. Then I'll be going to the smaller base cast, but we'll hit her. Have some fun. Kind of funny. I remember starting out in the shop way back in the 70s, late 70s, and the very first job there was getting trained on for sanding. And because if you do a poor job of sanding, not so much interior, but the exterior of the cabinet, the front of the cabinet, the doors, the drawer fronts, you do a poor job of sanding, and when the next guy comes in to stain it, you're going to see scratch marks, and it won't be pretty. So sanding is really important to learn. Not hard to learn it, but it is important to learn. And if you want to have a really, really good product in the end. So, and I like to keep my customers happy. So it's never changed since I started. We still sand the same. Well, we got better equipment nowadays, of course, but same. We want to do a good job, so keep everybody happy. But so I'm not going to bore you with 4 hours of sanding here. I'm going to turn the camera off and get to work and sand all this stuff up, and then the next step, probably tomorrow, we'll start nailing these bigger cabinets together first and work our way to the smaller ones. So. Now we got a wall cabinet 36, finished end on one side and a finished end on the other side. And I like to sand mine off flush on both ends. A lot of people will leave a 1/4 inch over the frames, hold them over a 1/4 and a 1/4 over here. I don't like that because that's what the factory guys do. The box cabinets out of, the big stores, that's how they sell them. We sell them with a true finished end, sanded off beautifully. So a little trick, cut your panel, cut it to size, what you measured, and just kind of dry fit it. Bring it down here on the floor, set it together, like that. Take your face frame, lay it on it, and pull it, squeeze left, right, left, whatever. And I got the frame over the side of the cabinet here, just a smidge, just a tiny smidge. But enough where when I sand it off, I'm not digging into the veneer and burning it off. So this one is perfectly sized. I'm gonna cut one more, that goes up there. And then we got a partition that goes in this one and the other one also. So this is kind of the starting point. Here's our top of this cabinet. Now the next cabinet, this next wall frame, got a finished end on one side and a scribe on the other. Now I'll cut those to size, fit this frame. Okay, now we'll dry fit this cabinet also. We'll flush down here because it's a right hand finish, right? And I've got about 3/8 of an inch on the other side here to butt into the one of the pantries. So this is all good. Next step, I'll cut the two partitions out. That's what I call the partition here that sits in the middle that goes vertically on both of them. And I got to notch it for the hang strips. And then we're getting really close to building these. So we're moving along. Okay, now we're ready to put this next wall 36 together. We got our partition notched for the hang strips. If you do this and build it into the cabinet right away, then you can run your hang strip all the way across in the back of the cabinet versus cutting it off, putting one piece in, and then coming on the other side and putting another piece in. It's way stronger. Run that style or that hang strip clear through. But that's what works for me. Been doing it that way for years and years, so let's go. now we got to place the partition in the correct spot, or squaring the cabinet up here with the frame. And I've got my marks in here already because I want it centered on this style here. So my marks are in already. Got our little blocks there. This I don't glue in because it'd be a gluey mess on the interior. You would have glue all over, and when you come to put stain on the glue, it's not pretty. So you'll learn that real quick. If you want to try it, that's okay, but I don't do it. You could pocket through this too. There's a number of ways of doing it, but there, that's nailed in, and something don't look right. 16 7/8. Yep, we're okay. Sometimes it's easy to get this nailed on the wrong side of that line. So it just look wider here, but we're 16 7/8, 16 7/8. So we're okay. But it doesn't hurt to check it. And now's the time to do it. So, with that being said, we'll dry this, set this on here one more time. You're probably wondering why I do this on the floor versus a table. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind getting up and down. It's good for us old people. Get up and down. Keeps our joints loose, so. I guess that's why. I've never had a forklift ever at the shop. We've hand unloaded all our semis over the years. And I always told my employees that keeps us in shape. So nobody ever bucked at it. Kind of funny though, because everybody else has got forklifts, but it's something that it costs money for a forklift. And then you need a blacktop driveway or a concrete to unload, and it just adds up to be more money. So, never had a shoulder replaced ever, and still going strong. Maybe that's helped. Okay, got the top there. Okay, flush on the bottom where my right hand is. Just over a smidge right there. Let's pin it. Come over here. We're good. Pin it. And we'll come across the bottom here. Here you should measure, I do anyway. Make sure you got the same reveal. Strong 3/4. Right there. Okay, and we'll go down here. Hold it over. We got just a little bit of overhang there and a tiny bit here. I mean, it's not even a 30-second. Just enough to sand off while getting into the veneer part. Check this review. 3/4. Spot on. Okay, now we'll come down here, hit this. These nail holes will get puttied with red oak putty, so they sand off really nice. And they take stain really good. So it's always worked great for me. So now we just want to check our gap here. 3/8, 3/8. We'll go into the center and hold it at 3/8. Now we'll pin this. There. Well, good morning, everyone. Today is another day, and today is a Saturday. So let's head into the shop. That's kind of where I start my mornings out sometimes. And get some lights on. And as you can see, we got a couple more wall cabinets here done. We got 3 base cabinets here left on that stack, and looks like we got 2 more here to go. So we're getting down there. Things are rolling along nicely. Well, we better drain the air compressor tank here for water. Kind of our daily job here. Close it up. Put a little WD-40 on it to keep the valve from freezing up and drying out. And got a few hang strips there left over. But we're getting there. They're almost all checked off here. So, with that being said, Saturday morning, still dark out. Let's build. This is how we sand up our hang strips. Get the saw cut off it and do it on this sander here. It works really, really nice. Now when that gets stained up, it'll take stain really, really nice, and you have beautiful, beautiful hang strip in there. There, ready to be fill the nail holes and then head to sanding. This will be our microwave wall cabinet. Just want to dry fit it to be sure everything's cut to the right length. Where'd my frame go? There it is. Somebody was hiding that on me today, last night. That night shift, you know. You gotta keep an eye on them. Okay, here we need a finished end on the right. And this butts into the other wall cabinet there. So we are in good shape. There, all clamped up. We'll leave it sit for 20 minutes to half an hour or more, then throw our hang strips in, and we can move on to the next cabinet. I'm back. Now what we're going to do is cut up some corner block bracing that goes in the base cabinets. I'll cut them out on the chop saw here, and then I'll show you what I do when I put them in the base cabinets. We nail and glue them in. So let's get to cutting. Okay, that's all our corner blocks. We might need more, not sure, but that'll take us a long ways. And now we'll go over here. And also, I've got all the toe kicks roughed out for height, so they're ready to go. And I've got all the base cabinets, the 5 that are left, all dry fitted. So the bottoms are cut to width or length, I guess you could call it. So they're all ready to go. This is kind of how I do it. Instead of doing one at a time, you know, we do multiple at one time. They're ready to go, and I got all my parts, I got all my parts ready to go. So yeah, now we can rock on. Well, welcome back. Let's build this base cabinet next. Finished end on the left. This is why my customers have always enjoyed my products. We buy the best out there. This is A1 red oak rotary veneer plywood. The best you can buy. 3/4 inch material all the way through the cabinet. The floors, the jambs, upper cabinets, all the same. You go to your box cabinet store and you'll see either a 1/2 inch particle board, melamine, or 1/2 inch plywood. You'll probably never find a 3/4 inch material used throughout the whole cabinet, and it's A1. So my customers love it, I like it, and that's how I do it here. So totally up to you, what you can afford to use, or what you can afford to buy. And I guess, yeah, just roll on. But this is how I do it. Well, that'll do it for today. We're back on that kitchen project that we've been doing for my friend. We got the windows in the ice castle. We got that wrapped up. So now we're getting closer to wrapping up the kitchen. We'll be heading into the different phases of staining and putting lacquer down on it, and then putting it all together, drawers and rollouts and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching. It's greatly appreciated. Like, share it to your friends, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. So rock on all. Thank you.